Hello everyone, welcome back to How We Rose Cook. In today's video we're outside once more. We're going to be making some manish water, or what goat, some people call it goat head soup or just goat soup, whichever one. Yeah, we haven't had this in a long while. You know, those things are very hard to get here in Mississippi. So my mom brought back some from Miami, some goat head and goat belly. So it's already cleaned up and we scald it off, and we're going to start the cooking process outside. We're just getting the fire started. So basically we're just prepping the pot, the outside of the pot, so that it doesn't burn when it goes on the fire. You can either use ashes or soap powder and water and put it on the outside of the pot to prevent it from burning. So the pot is on. The water is getting hot, it's not yet boiling. As soon as it starts to boil, we're going to add the meat and allow it to cook. As you can see, we already scalded it just to cleanse the meat a little bit, and the water is boiling and ready, so we're going to add it. So we already add 3 pieces of garlic in there to boil with the meat. I'm going to add some salt. So once the meat starts cooking, I'm going to go ahead and add some scallion, some thyme, and some pimento. This will help to flavor the meat while it's cooking. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to prep my ground provisions and my dumplings. So I'm starting off with my dumplings. We're just going to knead it so that we can set it aside. Add my 3 cups of flour and some salt and water. And I just normally go ahead, gradually add my water until my dough is formed. Alright, so normally when I'm making soup, depending on what soup I'm making, I just use plain flour. If I'm making pea soup, it have to be cornmeal dumpling for me. Next, my yam. I have some yellow yam. I'm going to go ahead and peel some of it and cut it up in little cubes. It's just depending on you and the size that you want, but normally when I'm making soup, I don't like to see big chunks of food in it. Also, when it comes to manish water, it's normally served mostly on Christmas time or at parties or at a wake, and it's always served in a cup, so the pieces of the food must be small to fit inside the cup. Next, I'm gonna cut my cocoa. As you can see, they're small. I cut one piece in maybe about 4, and then we're going to move on to the banana. For the bananas, you can leave the skin on. Most people, when they're cooking manish water, they leave the skin on. They just cut them up in small pieces. However, I just leave a few of the skin on, but for most of them I remove the skin. So after cutting them up, I just use my knife to core it and then use my fingers to peel it. So once everything is peeled, I give them another rinse, and then I'm going to leave them in the water until they're ready to go in the pot. Otherwise, once the air touches the yellow yam, it's going to oxidize and they're going to turn black, so you have to keep them in the water. So as soon as my meat was tender, I added my yellow yam and my cocoa, and now I'm going to go ahead and add my dumplings. So for the dumplings, we're going to add some small round ones, and we're going to make some spinners. For the spinners, we just pinch a piece of the dough, put it in the palm of your hands and just roll it. And you roll it to the size that you want. So you can either pinch a big piece or a small piece depending on the size spinners that you want. So now that everything is in, we're going to add our Irish potatoes and we're going to allow it to come to a boil. Once everything is in and cooked, we're going to add the bananas because we don't want the bananas to mash out, so we add them last. We're also going to go ahead and flavor the pot. I'm going to add a packet of ram goat soup mix. I sifted to remove half of the noodles because I didn't want too much noodles in the pot. However, it's up to you if you want to go ahead and just pour the whole packet of noodles in there. Alright. We're also going to add some of the cock soup mix in there as well to add some extra flavor. And then we're gonna add some more scallion, thyme, and Scotch bonnet pepper. So later on you'll see me add another Scotch bonnet pepper. That's optional, it's up to us. We like our soup a little bit on the spicy side, not too much spice where you can't consume it, but we like it a little bit spicy. Alright, so after reflavoring the pot, you just let it simmer until all the flavors are combined, and we're going to turn it off because the banana doesn't take a long time to cook. At this point, it's very important that you taste the pot. All right, after tasting, I feel like it needed something more, so I'm gonna add some of Raquel spice seasoned to the bone seasoning. You know, we have to support our fellow Jamaicans, and this one is called seasoned to the bone. I have the jerk one as well. I haven't used them as yet. This is the first time, but I'm gonna use it in another video where I am making some meat where I only focus on using her seasoning, so you guys can support her, and I will show you and tell you, give you my honest opinion the next time I try it. All right, so the soup is ready. I remove the pepper because I don't want that burst in your soup, so I remove it, and yeah, the soup was on point. The manish water was on point, guys. Trust me, my favorite thing in soup is the dumpling. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And don't forget to check out Raquel's Pies, support our own Jamaican. And she's just started her little business with her seasoning, so you can go ahead and check it out. I hope each and every one of you are doing well, and I'll catch you in the next one.